Lights required. What up, y'all? This is organically natural, and it says more light required, but this is what you're getting. Whew, I wanted to come on and do a quick video. I was sitting in my room and I was listening to Kevin Gates on a quick or a reel or short or whatever. And I like what he said. Once somebody paints you a picture, don't let them paint another one. I also like what he says. We're going to reward loyalty with loyalty, and we also going to reward disloyalty with distance. And it brought me back to something I was actually thinking about today at work, or all of this week at work, for the last 2 days, because it's only 2 days of this week and it feels a lot longer. Sometimes when people show you who they really are, believe it, y'all. Don't allow them to paint another picture to you. Don't allow them to come back in your face. I remember when I started the company that I'm at, I was going through a lot. The company that I had been with for almost 9 years was closing down. They had sold the company from underneath us, and then I found out later on that one of the managers, he and his family had purchased the company. He had wanted me to stay on and do all of these big projects, but then once I finished, he was like, oh, well, I'm not going to keep you on, knowing that I had no place to go. And out of the last minute, the job that I'm currently at came available. And I took it, but it was just how they handled it that let me know that they really didn't care about me. But in the end, it ended up hurting them more than it hurt me, because they ended up needing me to come back or asking me to come back, and I didn't. To finish out that job and a couple of more jobs. And when I tried to help them out, their help, what I was offering, wasn't good enough. And so it came with a punishment that he thought would be to hold my last paycheck. Which he had to pay, because in South Carolina, as long as or any other state, as long as I work those hours, you owe me my wages. But anyway, so I get back to this current job that I'm on, and one of the issues that I had is when I first started there, I started noticing that a lot of these females on this job, they really didn't like each other. And they would do anything to pull you into their drama or to pull you on their side. And I'm like, nah, if it ain't about God, I ain't on nobody's side. I'm on my side, because guess what? When y'all decide that you're going to turn against me, I'm not going to have any of y'all on my side either. The only person who's going to be rocking with me from the beginning to the end is God. So why would I choose you? I know what humans can do, right? So anyways, y'all, there was this one particular employee. I was talking to 2 other employees, and she just happened to be over listening. And I said, because they were talking about people oversharing and talking. And I said, well, if God didn't intend for us to go through our struggles without sharing them. That's why they're called testimonies. Why do we go through tests without having testimonies? All of y'all so busy paying attention to the mess that you can't even hear the message that God is trying to send you. So they're sitting there and they're looking at me, and I said, I don't really care what people say about me. I have to fight myself to get up in the morning. I got to fight me to do what I need to do to keep this house clean, to make sure the bills are paid, to make sure that my daughter's taken care of, to make sure that I'm taken care of. I got to fight me. Who do I look like coming into some company of some women that I don't even know and fight you? I'm not about to do that. And this one particular girl who I was like, I don't really like you, I don't really trust you like that, she ended up coming over there telling me, oh, I'm going to give you a hug. And I'm looking at her 2 homegirls like, why is she touching me? Like, because I realized it was fake and phony, because I already seen who you were through how you treated other people on that job. So, yeah, I took your hug, but I had to come and do some Palo Santos and some sage to get that spirit off of me, because I do believe that when we touch others, we feed others, we prepare food for others, that we transfer our energy, and I don't want your energy in me. And I started paying attention to her more and more and more, and I just realized some of the things and how you handle things. It's like you don't want nobody talking about your daughter who's 28 years old, but I'm watching you talk about somebody's brother who's less than 18 of age. So it's like, oh, you're not talking about my child. What you mean? That girl ain't no child. She a grown woman. But then here you are talking about somebody's child who's an actual minor. And then you got a problem with me because I won't rock with you no more. Because, see, you showed me that your loyalty to what your truth is only related to when it comes to you and your family, but you don't care less about nobody else's family. You don't want to talk to me because I called you out on your BS and said, nah, this not going to float well with me, because I don't believe in this type of treatment of anybody. I don't care who you are. You're not about to smile in my face and want everybody to fight with you when it comes to your child, but as soon as it comes to somebody else's child, you can say what you want to say. That ain't how I roll. So anyway, so she decided she was going to back off. And, she said previous to that, oh, if I get to the space that I don't want to really speak to y'all, don't take it offensive. Well, I'm not going to take it offensive, because when you get to the space that you don't want to speak to me again, what Kevin Gates said, what did he say? Award positivity with positive. That ain't what he said. I'm sorry. These things Democrats and Republicans with all these text messages on my phone. But he said, we're going to reward loyalty with loyalty, and we're going to also reward disloyalty with distance. And once you show me that you were going, I don't do no fair weather friends. So once you show me who you are, keep going. Y'all done seen that little cartoon. I love it. My daughter loves it. Hey, I'll wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, can't sleep, and put on Moana. But one of my favorite lines in there is when she's talking to, what is it, Safari Breed? What's the name of the thing on Fire in the Water? But whenever she talking to that fire in the water, she got to put the heart back in. She putting the heart back in who? Connor.
The water monster.
And the water monster. And she says, do you know who you are? And I love that part. And she holds up the heart and she puts her head down, and they put their head down, and they something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't watch the movie, good movie. There's a lot of good lessons in these little kids' movies. So please pay attention to them and don't sleep on them. But as she's having this conversation with her, I just love listening to... Hold on, y'all. Connor! My dog Ratchet, y'all. That's a Ratchet dog in there. And see, look at it. She ain't that far from it either, y'all. But anyways, real quick, because I want to finish this out. And I don't want to lose... See, I already lost my train of thought. But anyways, once she showed me that's who she was, I'm like, yeah, no, I can't really rock with you like that. And it became a time, because I chose not to be her friend, that the other two girls hung around her. They act a little short in distance too, and I didn't care, because I'm not here to make no friends, and y'all don't stop my money or the floor in my pocket. So whatever. You don't want to speak to me either, I'll put you in the same basket as her and keep it moving. I didn't know you before I came here, and I won't know you once I leave. So that's how it's going to be. But anyways... Lately, all the people that was flocking around her and flocking to her finally started to see who she was. And then they was like, oh, man, dang, you were right. I should have did the same thing you did, blah, 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 blah. I said, no, see, a lot of y'all talk. A lot of y'all will say a lot of things that you'll do and what you won't do until you put to the test to do it. See, I didn't come here. I came in this world with a twin sister. And we fought a lot of our youth. We didn't agree on a lot of things. And I had to learn who I was outside of the entity of being a twin. See, I came from a family that didn't really rock with me either, where my mama's sister always had something negative to say about her kids. Marcel, your kids ain't this. Marcel, your kids ain't going to be that. That's what we had to go around listening to, although you had to come stay with my mama twice, right? So with all of that being said, when you grow up around people hating you as a child and trying to tear away the dream that God put in you just so that they can feel big about themselves while they putting other people small, I don't tolerate that in my adulthood. So when you decide you're going to dismiss yourself, good. Because I'll forget your mama gave birth to you, as T.D. Jakes said in a sermon. But whatever, guys, I wanted to come home because I was listening to Kevin Gates, and it just resonated with me when he said we're going to reward loyalty with loyalty, but we also going to reward disruption or disrespect with distance. See, a lot of times people think when I cut you back and I cut down the amount of time you have access to me, that I'm acting funny. No, I'm acting based on how you treated me. I tell people all the time, you teach me how to treat you based on how you treat me. When you give me distance, I give you distance. When you talk to me sideways, I'm going to talk to you sideways for the most part. Sometimes I've learned as I get older. Shut up, Bree. Sometimes I learn as I get older that I have to just be quiet, because silence is a greater tool than anything you can ever do. Sometimes people be like, dang, I wonder what I said or did. You know what you said or did. I don't have to explain that to you. You want me to, but I don't have to. But whatever, guys, y'all stay humble. Keep your head up. Let me go, because this dog needs to go out, and he going to make me have to own him in a minute. But I hope you guys have an amazing night. Peace, love, and blessings, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.